Just proves a little something can go a long way when it comes to helping others in need. This week's Star Chicagoan is providing the less fortunate with food and clothing they need to survive. Take a look.
Like something to eat today, and it has some hand warmers in it.
Little Something is an organization I started to provide the homeless in Chicago with food and personal care items and other things they may need. And the name Little Something is because sometimes there's food, sometimes there's other things, so it's a little something to this, a little something to that. I wanted a name that could encompass many things. I've been going out every week since March, so in 7 months we've reached about 1,500 people. We go downtown Chicago and we have a route mapped out that takes about 2 to 3 hours. This has some snacks and deodorant, chapstick type of stuff.
Even the smallest things help them, and I know if I were in their place, I would really appreciate whatever anybody would give me.
Initially, I thought we would just hand out a few lunches and go about our business, but it's turned into me knowing people by their name, and they get excited when they see me. I talk to them, and I guess you could say I'm friends with a lot of these people. I never expected to be hugging them and doing all this other stuff, and a lot of them want to pray and sing, and just, it's become way more than what I thought it would be. So I probably get just as much out of it as they do, and they're expecting to see me.
Every week you come out here and help us, bring us clothes and gloves, and shoes and food. I really appreciate them coming out and helping us.
When you're homeless, any meal is a good meal. Whether they give you money to buy it, or they take you to buy it, or they bring it to you, it's something to eat, and that's what you're trying to get. And you can come out here and get it from these loving people that God sent to bring it to you. It's a blessing. It's a blessing to me.
It's kind of a responsibility that I have to be consistent so that they can know that I'm gonna be there, because some of them, I might be the only person that talks to them all day, or that might be the only meal they get all day, or the only, pair of socks or whatever.
Not only does he pass out supplies, food, he come with a good vibe everywhere. All the time, he has a smile on his face.
I gave him a nickname. I call him the best. So I know a lot of this is coming from his heart.
Some of them are just so excited and so happy to get the littlest things that we take for granted. So to know that I'm able to make their day and that it just, makes them feel great that somebody cares, then, I did my job for the day. It's that little human connection, if anything, that's probably more important for some of them than the food and the items that we give them.
Please welcome the founder of Little Something, Barrett Blackman. Hi, Barrett. Thanks so much for being here. You know what I want to point out? You initially just wanted to volunteer and went to places and even got turned away. Is that how this was all born?
Yes, there's a lot of places I called, I emailed, they say, oh, we'll get back to you, or we don't need anybody, and it got to the point where I couldn't even volunteer, and they're turning people away.
So you did it, you took the initiative. And what drives you to do this every day? I know that you're a manager at Walgreens. It's not like you are this entirely super wealthy guy. You're doing this out of the kindness of your heart with your own money?
Well, it started out with my money, but then it turned into us getting a GoFundMe page, and people donate through that. People donate items, people volunteer that I don't even know. So we've been able to keep it going through the help of other people as well.
That's amazing.
Yeah, what would you say, yeah, you definitely deserve applause. What would you say to people that just walk past homeless people?
If you don't have any money, the least you can do is talk to them. A lot of them will keep us for 30 minutes because we're probably the only people they talk to all day. A lot of them get ignored like they're not even people. So if you can't give them $1, just say, hi, how are you, at the very least.
What do you think the biggest misconceptions are? Because there's so many out there about homeless people.
The biggest misconception is that they don't want to work, but even someone who doesn't have any criminal history, is not on drugs, how are you supposed to get a job if you don't have the right attire, you don't have a resume, you may not know what to say on an application or in an interview, and if you don't have an address, how are they going to contact you?
Right. Barrett, what can we do to help? What do you want people to know about Little Something?
Well, in addition to donations on the GoFundMe, which is just a little something, or sharing the Facebook page. I've had people donate that I don't know because someone that I do know has shared the page, or donated items. People have sent peanut butter, feminine care products,
right,
anything like that, or even volunteering to come help make the lunches or pass them out.
Yeah, well, we also wanted to do a little something to help out. So this week, our audience has been bringing in clothing, food items, and toiletries to help. So big thank you to our audience today and all week.
That's just a little sample. Just a little sample for a little something.
Yes.
Thank you. That would definitely help out.
Amazing work what you're doing, Barrett.
Thank you.
All right, for more on a little something, head to WindyCityLive.com. And as always, if you knew someone who should be our next 4-star Chicagoan, send an email to WCL@WindyCityLive.com. Make sure you put 4-star Chicagoan in the subject line.